yes, yes. Welcome back to the Bad Guys podcast. I am your host, King Walker. It's been a week. It's been a week. I usually don't do that. I looked at the time. When's the last time I did a show? It was 7 days ago. I'm mad at myself. I don't know how I feel. But just like last week, I got my big dog back, George Brooks.
Good evening, everyone.
One of my new favorite guests. I'm trying to get there. You go. I'm trying one of my new favorite guests. I don't care about the ones that been. If you feel bad and you was on here in the past, this is one of my new favorite guests. And it's late
Thank you.
night. It's late night, so well, it's not late night. It's getting late. It's not an earlier show like we did last time. So it's potential f bombs, potential n words, maybe
Mhm.
with the hard We'll see.
Perhaps we'll see. We will
We
see. Yeah, it's
we
late.
will
We can do
see,
it.
but we're talking about podcasting, not like last time, not directly black podcasters, just some do's and some don'ts, some things we learned, some things we won't do, some things we will do, and then we'll get to some trending topics
Right.
possibly. We'll
Right.
see. But I got Eric. I mean, I don't know. I just called you Eric. I'm thinking about what you did earlier on Eric's show. That's why I called you
uh,
Eric. I
yeah, we can
got
talk about
George.
that.
I
Definitely.
got George back with me tonight. How are you doing, sir? I seen you,
I
Eric.
Yeah, I'm truly blessed. I'm blessed every day that I can draw breath from God is a blessing. So thank you for having me, and thanks to everyone that chose to join us this evening.
No problem, man. Like I said, my new favorite reoccurring guest. Uh, I like I like to talk about what you like to talk about with a little mix of what I do. I see you on shows, and like I told you this in back. You're smarter than me when it comes to political things. So I'm more of a when you do things like that, I'm more of listening and learning,
Right.
and I want to
Right.
be part of the conversation. So I got to bring you to my world a little bit. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So we're gonna talk about podcasting again, but like I said, we're not gonna beat these niggas over their head tonight. It's not all about
Mhm.
y'all tonight.
No, it's really not.
We just gonna talk about podcasting. We're gonna talk about topics. It's not all negative, do's and don'ts. I've met some nice people on here, like George and his lady Laney and Alasia, Geneva, the Geneva show, Eric G. Everybody's cool. I'm cool with everybody. There's a couple. There's a couple. There's a
Right.
couple haters out there. I might bring this up, maybe not tonight, but a podcaster called me yesterday on Messenger,
Mhm.
cussing
Really?
me out, calling me all kind of this and that. But hey, and I think, and I haven't been on since last week. I keep calling you. I haven't been on since last week, George. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking this phone call when he called me, it was about the episode that he see.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm like,
I
why are you mad at me? I haven't been on since last week. Oh, you must have seen that George episode, and I must have poked some buttons.
Well, and I have a tendency to trigger some weak-minded people, so this probably has something to do with it too.
And
Uh,
I, I might let you go back and forth with her tonight. This is
okay.
this is my show producer.
Uh-huh.
Uh, we go back and forth. Y'all can go back and forth tonight however you want, but this is her in the comments right now. She got the wrench.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let her live her life, and you can come at her however you want. I'm not gonna step in between. But
Mhm.
calling anyone with a MAGA hat on smart is delusional. But all right, let's go. Yeah, Oracle, you doing too much.
Yeah, you can go
I'm let,
play in traffic, man. Ain't nobody studying that. That's the mess we talking about, man. Ain't nobody studying that little girl, man. Just go on with our show. I ain't entertaining that garbage.
but
I ain't in the mood for it.
let's get straight to it. Let me get to my notes.
Yeah, no it.
No, before I get to my notes, like I said, I seen you on Geneva earlier.
Mhm.
Um, Tell me about what happened, because I had I had to stop. I wanted to join, and when I tried to join and watch, I was like, "Oh, they doing religion. I can't do that."
Mhm.
Because I don't. I can do religion. It's just the tearing down. But help
Right.
me understand what was going on. I see a lot of I see what I see is people try that don't believe or believe trying to sway a believer and a non-believer to come to their side. That's what I
Well,
see.
well, okay. Here's how I started. Back in February, and we got. I'm not going to dignify this person by calling their name. Just they ain't worth it. But I did this individual's podcast, and it was a pretty good podcast. And they made the statement that God was evil, and I kind of had a visceral reaction. I didn't say anything at the time, But I noticed, since I joined this group, I was seeing more and more. So I just addressed it. I didn't come at them. I just posted something faith based, and Eric saw an opportunity for us to do a podcast. Pretty quick. So within about a couple of hours, maybe we were on. And I prepared. I did my notes. Anybody knows me know I prepared quite rigorously, and it was gonna be good. We're gonna have a discussion, and we let this person go. And the thing is, I let them go, and then I asked them a simple question: you as a man, why do you feel the way you do? And this person kept saying, have you read the Bible? Have you? After about the fifth time, I said, you know what? That chitlin circus stuff I was talking about, that's what we getting into with this guest. Not the host, not the show, but that guest. And I said, I can spend my time doing something else. So I disengaged and did some other work. I
Right.
went back on toward the end, but it's like nobody wants to entertain that. If you're not man enough to be able to describe how you feel when asked, I'm not gonna waste my time talking to you. I don't talk to little boys. My sons are grown. I don't talk to them like that. So I'm not gonna waste my time. And we as black podcasters, if we looking to elevate our level, we need to get away from that chitlin circuit stuff. But
Right.
that can lead into what we're talking about because I think what's interesting in this dynamic that in which we discussed this evening, you're a podcaster. You can come from that aspect. I probably done 400 or 500 podcasts over the past 8 years. I can come from the perspective of a guest, so we can
Mm.
give a balanced summation of what it's like to be a podcast.
I like that. I like that. I didn't want to step on your toes and say that, but you're a podcast guest,
Right,
and you get around. You're on more than people with an actual podcast. I have to say, but
right.
and you have a different experience because you're on the other side. I'm on this side. You're on this side. So why does attacking religion generate engagement?
Because I think what it is controversial. Is one of those but the hot button topics, and I think a lot of times the people that are so ardent and so vociferous in their anti-religionism is because they have a personal experience. Now, here's my thing: I have no problem with someone that has a dissenting view,
Mm.
whether regarding religion or anything, but it's in how you articulate it. If you come with some intelligence and some tact and express your viewpoint, even if you don't agree, you can still have some enlightening discourse and maybe educate yourself and some people. But unfortunately, what it devolves to is usually name calling, a bunch of rhetoric, and things like that. And at that point, it becomes counterproductive. But it's an easy win. It's a low hanging fruit. There are certain topics, as podcasters that are thrown out that are meant to engage emotionally instead of anything of everyday nature. Carmelo Anthony's thing that was going hot. I was doing 2-3 podcasts a day. But if they don't have something controversial to stand on, they don't have anything. So that's where they go on, stuff like relationships and
Sex,
pop
yeah,
culture. Because yeah, they don't have nothing else to talk about.
mm, yeah. So when you say that, like, I had a question about the sex. So they do the sex, well, like us. I don't want to bash you niggas. I know we're gonna do this. The black pot. They like the sex, the relationships, the trending topics, the dead bodies. I don't know. I think that's
Right.
everybody. I'm not going to erase that
Yeah,
one.
that's everybody. That's
I think
everybody.
everybody likes the dead body, like the Nolan Wells. Well, that's what I mean by the dead body.
Mhm.
They like those things. They like those. I don't like religion bashing. I don't mind an atheist, and I don't mind a Christian either. I know an atheist. If you sneeze, he'll say God bless you. Just because he respects religion, he won't disrespect your religion.
Right. I mean, my thing is, even in my journey to faith, which has not been a clear path, it's taken many tributaries along the way. But, the one thing, I never disrespected God, whether at the time I felt like I believed or not. And I noticed around last summer, I saw more and more black folks just not having a reverence for God, just even as a non-believer. And that's kind of concerning to me. And then I hear like people like this person, it's like, where are we going as a society? Everybody's not meant to be a believer. You don't believe in God, great, but this kind of petulant reaction to it
Yeah,
is really disconcerting. And like when certain people do it, I mean, I almost wanted to ask dude earlier, who touched you? What happened to you?
not physically. That doesn't always mean physical.
No, it could be spiritually, it could be, but
Yeah,
somebody did something to him to have him like that. And the thing is, a lot of times podcasts they bring their trauma into the air.
yeah.
Those things bleed out in content creators. So
Yeah, after a while, after you watch a certain content creator, you kind of realize who he is.
right, Right.
So I kind of put everything on the table. I'm this. I hate this. I hate that. And most of mine is just my opinion. It's my opinion most of the time. I I be, my thing is I believe in God to a certain extent.
Right.
I can my thing. I can only believe what I see,
Hmm.
and I want to say I've seen the devil before.
Right.
I've never seen God, but my
Right.
thing is I've seen the devil, so the God must be true. God must be real.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Me being a black conservative Christian and MAGA, I have my faith. You know what I'm saying? But I can sit up here with you, even if your faith is not as staunch or as rigid as mine. I can respect it.
Right.
And that's what we're losing
Respect.
respect for each other. And when you don't have respect, no discourse is going to happen. And what you end up with all these chilling podcasts where niggas yelling at each other and talking about each other. They didn't do anything. So, and that's why earlier I got off that. We got to remove ourselves from it. But I don't know. There's a thing where you can't agree to disagree, or you can't sit and listen to somebody espouse something you may not agree with and just take it in. It's got to be reactionary. It's got to be, I need clicks. I need this. I need that. And it's just emotionally based. And it's really more so clickbait. And when that happens, I really question, why does this person even have a podcast? Do they have a mission statement? Do they have a purpose? Or are they just doing something to say they got a podcast and try to holler some girl at the laundromat or something like that? And I think a lot of times now, podcasting years ago used to mean something. Not everybody got one. So you're
Everybody
gonna have
got
a lot more, you're gonna have a lot more trash in the filter. So we have to kind of pick through that and pick the podcasts and venues that are conducive to something that we want to be a part of. If you love that chilling circuit mess, if you love that ratchet mess, you love that coon stuff, go for it. But just me personally, I don't want to be associated with it.
now, George. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hmm.
Be honest with you.
Come on.
I like some of that shit.
Yeah, it's cool
I have to be
sometimes.
I have to be honest with you. And I have to be honest. I was born in the late '80s. I'm a hip hop baby.
Right.
So and now don't get me wrong. I love me some Chuck D and Tupac, but I like a little bang bang, shoot 'em up every now and then.
Yeah, and
But
it's cool. And it's cool. We all like a little junk food in our diet, but when it
preach.
becomes to where that's all we eating, or that's all that's on the menu, that's when we start getting sick.
Okay, okay. Like because I'm not gonna lie. I have to be. I'll get on here and want to uplift a certain group of people in a certain community, but at the same time, I'll sit here and admit that I'll troll you,
Yeah.
especially if I feel spited from you, or if I
Yeah.
feel like you did something to me. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm an
Yeah.
asshole. I'm petty. But there's times I can get up here and you won't hear the N word from me, and you won't hear the F word from me, and then I'll get on here on Wednesday and it's nigga this, nigga that. I have shades to me. I'm sorry.
Right. But see, here's the thing: you using that vernacular is not what I talk about when I talk about the chilling circuit. You
Okay.
can curse and be profane and yet still be erudite and have a purpose and be intelligent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is the podcast that have no soul, no content.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that do the ambush game, that'll get a guest on there to ambush them and all that kind of mess. So I don't want to make it seem like because you said a couple F words, that means you a chitlin circuit,
Or
baby.
just
But
like what we're doing right now is positive to me.
right, right.
But tomorrow I'm gonna do some whack 100 Crip and blood shit. You never
There you
know.
go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. We all got to have that in there. I'm not saying everything got to be so sanitized and holy, but
Mhm.
what I'm saying is, especially when you go out of your way to get a guest that's not their thing.
Mhm.
That's my thing. Be mindful as a podcaster who you have on your show. And I say this as a podcast guest, and I've had a podcast on and off over the years, but I'm very careful now about where I go because it affects other things you got going. You can have one bad podcast appearance and mess up some legitimate you got going. So if you're a
Right.
guest, you need to be mindful of that, of the venue in which you enter yourself. But as a podcaster, you have to be conscious of that as well, because if you're trying to build a brand and you have something go left, it can ruin your reputation. So you got to be mindful. You got to be consistent. You got to stay on top. When you schedule a guest, send them a reminder, man, because people forget. It's so
Mhm.
many little things, little nuances that people miss out on that really keeps their podcast from taking off, let alone them being able to monetize it.
Like that right there, like you said, like come on, hey, hit him up, remind him that we got a show going on.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now, you and me, let's say I did that. I wanted to be part of the community. Hey, man, you might want to not play that video. There's times where I've said that to people, and like they flip out on me like, "Hey man, I wouldn't play that video if I was you." Yada
Hmm.
yada yada. And like, or little gems like that. Like, "Hey man, hey, you should put an intro or get a better camera." We can't tell people that sometimes. I feel like
Nah.
I feel like I can't, and they gonna get mad at me. They're like, "What you mean? What you mean? I'm this. I'm not." Like, I just yeah. You might want to upgrade that camera, player. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
I say it once, man, then I leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you can't advise people that don't want it. And if you don't, yeah, I know you doing it in a respectful way. You know, if they get defensive and all that, then hey, that's on them. Then hey, if your camera look like a 1974 TV, that's on you. That's what you choose. But here's the thing: when you put limitation to yourself, and especially production wise, because getting good production does cost money. Not everybody has like that. But if you're not maximizing what you have to get the best result, you're just playing at this.
Yeah. There's people that don't even show their face on the camera and
Right,
are doing
right,
great. Like
right.
they're just talking and playing a video. That's fine.
Mhm.
That'll work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Some people might need to do that.
Yeah, here's the thing: when you get into podcasting, people have this delusion of thinking that if you get a bunch of clicks and views, that translate to money. It doesn't work that way. I've
Mm,
been on clips, gotten over 100,000 views. They hadn't put a dime in my pocket. The thing is, if you're really looking to make a living doing podcasting, you're not gonna make it just off podcasting. Unless you're somebody like Asmongold or PewDiePie that's got 18 million followers. You know, you have to have other products to tie into your brand. You use the podcast to accentuate whatever else you got going on, create multiple revenue streams, and then you build from that. Use your podcast as a platform to promote other stuff you're doing. And I think this is where a lot of people mess up. They start a podcast, do it for 3 weeks, get tired of it, and wonder why they hadn't made any money. It's a long haul. I got a
that's
friend that's a YouTuber. He's been doing his over 10 years. He has 1 million subscribers, but he had to build it.
mhm.
You know, and people don't want to do the long. It's gonna be a lot of down times. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. But people think it's something you just hop on at 5, do it 6, and okay, you go about your business. You got to do research. You got to invest in equipment. You have to invest in content. You have to have the right team around you. If you're doing it seriously, you have to take it seriously.
You have to read the guideline
Right.
because you'll put a video out and it'll get 6 views because only 18 and up can watch it.
Right.
And most of the time, everybody's 18 and up anyway. But when they put that 18 and up thing on there, you got to click an extra click, and people it's already hard enough for people to watch your video and hit the like button. What I'm seeing in my analytics, they're watching, they're not hitting that like, but they watch the whole
Yeah.
damn thing. Then and I caught myself watching things and not liking it, and I was so entertained. So
Hmm.
you do have to. Now, when I first got on here, I was like, man, you a sucker to keep saying like and subscribe. Quit saying it. When I got the podcast, I was like, okay, I see why they said it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. See what I
understand.
said?
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to see you got like 20, 30 views and 2 likes. I was like, why y'all watching me for? Just
Yeah, and most people I mean most lay people they don't understand the magnitude behind those likes and subscribes. They can make or break a channel,
right.
you know, and they don't realize it. But the thing is, it's so hard to get people engaged because
Hmm.
it's like if you don't grab them in the first really 30 seconds and it's too long, you lost them.
That's why I feel like they use a lot of the sex and the religion to. But when that well runs dry, man, who are you? What are you?
It's nothing. And the thing is, it's 50 million podcasts talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like you have to find your niche and make yourself stand out. You need to have a core format, a core principle, a core set of topics that you will engage in. You can diverge and do those the sex and all that, you know, bullshit when you want to.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a core when the news cycle is quiet and you got nothing to say, that means you need to go back to the tool shed and relook at what you're doing.
Yeah. And like I said, I like the sex stuff. I like it when they talk about their coochies or whatever. Hey, on a Saturday night, I'm getting old. Can we do it at 11 p.m. on back in the day? Like remember back in the day, she used to come on late.
Right.
Can we do that on 11 Monday through Friday? I don't want to hear y'all cussing. I get on YouTube. I don't want to hear y'all cussing 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to watch something. That's why I gotta watch Jesse
Hmm.
Peters and shit. Cause
Yeah.
cause cause y'all cussing too much in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And nobody want to hear that. And here's the thing: if you're a podcaster and you record, let you make sure you let your guests know whether you doing a live or you doing a recording. If you do a recording, let them know when it comes out so they can help you promote. Don't
Right.
just. There have been times I've sat up and done podcasts, and 2 months later it drops, and the person didn't let me know, and I can't promote it.
Right.
You know,
Hey,
you
yeah,
have to work
tag,
with your guests.
tag your people.
Yeah,
Tag
talk
your
to
people.
people.
Tag your people. I make sure I tag. I'm even if we was beefing back in the day, and I found the old video, I'm like, oh yeah, we beefing, but I'm tagging you. Boo, come on, I ain't got time. It's
Right.
not personal. That's another thing. Let's not make this podcast thing too personal. Like I said, you can
Right.
put your heart into it, put your mind into it. That's fine. That's cool. But don't make it too personal to the point where you can't have a network or talk to nobody.
Yeah, exactly. And see, the thing is, people don't understand with podcasting. You doing something that we've been doing in the barber shops for free for
Hmm.
decades, and now you got an opportunity to get paid for it. Take it seriously, man. Not saying you about to start driving McLarens and all that, but you know, if you can carve out a nice little niche to supplement your income and do something you like doing, then do it. But you got to like doing it. You can't sit up here. If you look at podcasting like a job, like something you don't want to do, you need to be doing something else. It ain't cut
Look
out for
at a
you.
business, then it's different. The job
Yeah.
and the business, two different things.
Right. And you have to run it like a business. If you don't have an expense sheet or a budget for your podcast, how much you need for apps and infrastructure, I'm questioning how seriously are you taking this? And guests and potential guests and listeners can pick up on that, and that'll resonate in your viewership. If they see you consistent, if they feel like you putting work into it, and if you got a good product, people will follow you. But if they feel like you just getting up doing something while you making a grilled cheese sandwich, nobody's gonna see that. I mean, that's TikTok mess.
And
So
I'm hard on myself. I feel horrible about last week doing one episode. I feel horrible. Like I don't see
Mhm.
how y'all do it where y'all get on here and do one show a week, once a month, and man, I feel horrible about it. But I was so damn tired and exhausted last week. Y'all be okay. I'm back.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because if you podcasting heavy, man, learn how to take breaks. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Try to record you a couple shows up in the bank, take you a week off, take you 2 weeks off, take a vacation, because it can get redundant. And when you get redundant in anything you do in life, no matter how much you love it, you're gonna get burned out. When you get burned out, it comes across, and that's not
exactly.
good.
So what my breaks are not complete social media breaks. I
Mhm.
kind of take breaks from certain platforms. Like I took a
Right.
break from this podcast stuff, but I'm still going hard on Twitter. I'm still on your ass on Twitter. I'm still trolling. I'm still doing my thing. So
Mhm.
I'm still throwing out my links and all that. I just like you said, I got burnt out on YouTube and
Yeah.
Spotify and Facebook for a couple of days. I was mad that I was like, man, I wanted to hop up here and talk about X-Men '97, but I'm
Oh
tired.
yeah, season 2 came out. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's popping. It's popping. You got to come back for the, I got. Hold on. When are you gonna be? Think you gonna be able to finish watching all this? Because I'm
I'm
ready
I'm
to
gonna
go.
try. I'm try to get it watched later on this week, man. Folks telling me
Okay.
I need to take a few days off, so I'm gonna get caught up on some of my fun stuff, my wrestling game, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we can chop it up about that. And that's
All
the
right.
thing too.
How about
You know, if
Sunday? Sunday, because the Green Lantern comes on Sunday at 9 or 10. Let's do it after episode 2 if you want to.
I got you, I get caught up on it. That'll work. I'm looking forward to it, man. I hoping this guy. Have you watched it already? The
I
first
watched it
episode.
already, man.
How did the guy do playing John Stewart?
Man, I'm just gonna sound like a big old hater. I'm sorry. I just
Oh yeah.
I'm just not feeling it, man. And there's a scene at the end of this first episode where everybody's going crazy on internet Twitter because he's dressed up. He looked at the end of this episode, the first episode, at the end of it, he looked like Jon Stewart on the damn Justice League Unlimited. He looked like that. But
Okay.
the whole episode, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna last in like the Superman movie when it's time for him to be in a movie. I don't know if this is gonna hold up. He's not doing it for me.
He ain't it.
He ain't it.
Man, they should have had Common play John Stewart.
I feel like this shit got Michael Jai White to do it.
Yeah. What?
He might be
Yeah.
getting too
Yeah.
old,
That would have
but
worked. That would have worked. That would have worked. But I don't know, man. The whole DCU since Supergirl came out and it bombed, man. I don't know. We gonna see what happens.
we better have two Batmans. We still got the
And
Robert
and
Pattinson.
I'm a huge Batman fan, but I'm glad they're keeping them separate universes. You know, they filming the Batman Part 2 now in Liverpool, and they're gonna do Brave and the Bold probably in the
Brave
next
and the
year or
Bold.
two. So
Who's
I'm
that?
looking forward to that.
Who's that Batman? You know yet?
They haven't cast him yet. They were gonna cast the guy that played Reacher, which I think would have been a good choice, but I think they're gonna take their time with it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different continuity, so they won't overlap and anything like that. So I'm looking forward. I'm a Batman fan, so as much Batman as I can get, I'm gonna take it.
Reacher. That's what's that boy name from Reacher?
Jack something. No, not Jack Reacher. I can't remember his name.
I know he played Aquaman on Smallville.
Yeah, now he would be perfect to me.
Okay, that's a big dude.
Hmm.
that's and then we talked about he fought some dude on his motorcycle or something back in the day, like
Man,
some
something with his neighbor. Something
yeah,
happened with his
neighbor and
neighbor.
his
He had to,
sons was
yeah,
riding a motorcycle, yeah,
yeah, he slapped shit at his neighbor for
as
doing
he
something he
should,
shouldn't have been doing. Yeah,
as he
so
should.
hey, there we go.
Alright, now you've been on like you said, you've been on here for years, you've been hopping on podcasts. I've been here for 2 years in November. It's coming
Right.
up. Um, I've dealt with the haters, I've been called a hater, you've probably been called things, you being, MAGA.
Well, I tell you the thing. I didn't
Mhm,
talk about MAGA till last summer. I've
okay,
always been conservative, but before then, it was always black male mental health. I started my nonprofit 8 years ago. This is all I talked about.
mhm,
And our people, they didn't want to hear about that. It was them folks that wanted to hear about that. But when I started saying I'm conservative, now all of a sudden all the folks want to come out the woodwork and bash me, and that's fine. I really don't give a damn.
that's what I was
It's
about to
weird.
ask you.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the criticism? Because 'Cause I'll just troll.
But
I'll just
it,
troll. I
yeah,
I'm I'll
here's
troll.
the thing. This is what they don't understand. 90% of the responses I get, really 95, is positive. It's from a lot of black folks saying, "Hey, I believe what you believe. You speaking the truth. I just can't say nothing." Like your little producer, that's the very, very vocal minority, and they pretty much get ignored because they don't have anything to say. They
Mhm,
emotional. So the hate I do get, it kind of just rolls off my back because I ignore it. It's empty noise because they don't have anything to bring other than some victimhood and some BS they had Big Mama tell them back in the day. They still believe this shit. So I'm not worried about that. I focus on the 95% of people that want to collaborate, that want to do things. I write for American Thinker. I'm city president for Turning Point USA. I run my nonprofit. I do public speaking. I do so many other things that the podcasting really doesn't do anything other than give me something to do and help me promote what I got going. So the hate I get from there is as vociferous as it may be, it's kind of just there. It's like a fart in the wind. It stinks for a minute, but the wind blows it away. So
see, you more turn the other cheek.
I'm not even turning the other cheek. I'm not even that. It's just I don't give a damn. It's like what you talking about don't mean nothing to me because you're not the kind of person that's gonna help me do anything. You're not doing anything to help black people. You just online talking a whole bunch of shit in your section 8 with your multiple baby daddies and all that mess. Man, you kiss my ass. I don't care nothing about that. Go on. It don't have an effect here. The people that really mess with me, they're gonna mess with me regardless. If
Right.
you a dissenter, take that mess somewhere else. Go watch Roland Martin, the Don Lemon, or one of them zesty dudes. That's your lane. Don't come over here.
I seen that whole ass nigga Don Lemon earlier today.
Man.
Talking about that Stephen A. Smith thing.
Yeah, and
With
we want to
Jamel
be
Hill, I hate her
yeah.
too.
I hate her too. I mean, I just don't like these people. And then they try to force them up as black leaders. Leaders or what?
But I like Stephen A. Smith. I like
I
Stephen A.
do.
I do
He
like
gets on my nerves sometimes, but
yeah,
he gonna speak his mind.
and he's
Whether I agree with
entertaining.
him or not.
I go for him for the entertainment. He's strictly 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. sports funny talk. That's
Right.
why I like him. I don't all that
Yeah.
other stuff when he go on
Well,
CNN, you can keep that. You can keep that.
well, the brother got to eat, so he found his
Yeah,
hustle.
right.
He found his grift. Man, more power to him. He said a
Yeah,
bunch of dumb shit I don't want to agree with, but he's not out here doing anything I think malicious. He just getting his
right.
bag.
Yeah,
Salute.
and speaking his opinion as he should. Hey, and he doesn't, and he's not out here arguing with niggas, going back and forth too hard anyway. Not
Mm-mm,
too hard.
mm-mm.
He does it in a respectable way where if somebody says something to him, he just props it up, speaks his mind, move on.
Because there's people that support him, they gonna support him no matter what. So that one person that says something negative, he ain't thinking about them. He's like, you helping me make money. See, here's the thing I understand about podcasting. When people hate you, they don't understand. They actually helping you. Every
Yeah,
negative comment leads to
yeah,
more views.
yeah.
I found it with me. I might get one negative comment. I get 10 people saying, fuck what they talking about. I'm joining your page. So really, when you hate, you actually helping. So please keep it up.
Yeah, because I got this comment one time. They were like, "Man, you just a hater." I was like, "Yeah, I am." They're like, "Man, you know what? I'm following you for being honest." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the biggest hater, nigga.
Right.
I'm the biggest,
Right.
not the little one."
Mm-mm. No, exactly.
I just embrace what they say. They say I'm a hate. I didn't call myself a race baiter. They called me. I use like the Eminem approach. I am whatever you say I am. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, like they always call me controversial. I'm like, I'm only controversial because you don't agree with me.
right.
If I was sitting here saying all this liberal, whole black bullshit, then you love me. But because I say things and I hold our people accountable, all of a sudden I'm a race baiter. I ain't go to hell with that,
Or
man.
or
You ain't
or
got to say
or,
that.
or, or I might be cooning because I feel like this nigga should go to jail because he's a delinquent. Like, no,
Right, and
I know
and,
a
and the
white boy
people,
that need to go to jail too. What are you talking about?
yeah, Yeah, and the thing is, they don't want to hear that. They just emotional and weak and pablum fed and oh, you said man, we don't have no black unity, no black loyalty. You align by your values, man. That
Yeah,
stuff played out. You know what I'm saying? It's just this is me being honest. The world has changed. That identity politics and victimhood ain't gotten us nowhere. Following Democrats ain't gotten us nowhere but broken homes, a messed up church, and rotten communities. But
yeah.
yeah, if that's what they want to have, hey, you gonna stay in the hood. You stay there, I'm gone.
I hate the hood. I can't. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun
And I
over there.
and the thing
I
is,
gotta go home.
I'm from the hood. I'm from South
Okay.
Memphis. I lived in Whitehaven. I lived in Fraser. Come on, man. Don't act like I just because I act this way that I'm not where I'm from. But at the same time, I was smart enough to recognize a lot of those elements in that community, in that arena, were not for me. They're not for me. So I got away from them.
Shout out to my bougie mom. That's why. That's probably why my
Yeah.
my bougie mother said, "Man, we can't be living by these niggas forever."
Right. Yeah. You got to sleep with one ear open. Make sure ain't nobody stealing your car. You got, I don't know if I want
No,
to live
no,
like that.
no, no. we we was living second class black community when I
Right.
was a kid. Hey, we moved out the hood when I was like 10 or 11.
Right.
Don't get
Right.
me wrong, I rode my bike back over there, but we gotta go. I gotta go home. I'm not eating no noodles with you niggas.
Oh no. Uh-uh.
I don't like noodles like that.
And if that's where you are, that's where you are. Ain't nobody
Yeah, yeah,
judging you for being in the hood, but at the same time, if you're not trying everything you can to elevate your level and get away from that, then okay, then you just like being in the swamp. So you can go ahead and drown.
like I said, like it's fun over there, but at some point I have to go home. All right, y'all, I gotta go.
Yeah.
It was fun shooting dice and
Yeah.
smoking. Around about 8 o'clock, I gotta roll to the crib. I'm getting
Yeah.
old.
And see, my thing is, I've actually run programs in the hood. I've gone back to my hometown and run seminars. I've done food drives in black communities. So I've actually put work in my community, and half these haters ain't done shit.
Yeah.
Nothing. I got 8 years of me doing this stuff. What have you done? Why you hating? I don't know. People just weird.
All right. Chitlin Circuit. Is
Right.
there a black podcast circuit where the same guests rotate through the same shows?
Yeah, and on the surface level, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what
Nothing
I'm
wrong with
saying? But here's the thing: you got to look at the content and the weight of those appearances. If it's the same ignorant shit, then it doesn't do any good. But if you have a recurring guest that brings something new or brings something insightful, that's a blessing for a podcaster because that means you got a reliable guest when
that.
you
Right.
have a rapport with. But if you're on there talking about the same old ghetto hood ratchet asinine stuff, then you just a talking head, nothing more.
Right. All right. Does appearing on everybody else's podcast actually grow your own?
Let me think about that for a second. I don't think so. I think what it can do is it can pigeonhole you into being more of a guest and being a creator. I think
Mhm.
if you're gonna stand out as a creator, yeah, you should do some supplemental, podcasts and definitely collaborations, but you really need to focus on the house you're trying to live in
Right.
and focus on building that. And this is where the bulk of your energy should go.
How do you feel about algorithms when it comes to that? Like, if I get on his show, I like, man, they doing dumb stuff, and I like, man, I feel like that rubs right off on my channel or on my podcast. Now I'm
It
getting stupid
yeah.
views.
Yeah, it does because even the sites and stuff you go to that affects your algorithm, and your algorithm is basically what is going to be presented to you every day, and it's going to put you in a certain class of podcasts. About in August when I started writing my more conservative stuff, philosophical and mental health stuff, I had to change my algorithm. I was getting a bunch of garbage podcasts. Took me about 2 months, but I notice now I get better appearances. I get better, more. Less homogenized news feeds and things like that. So the algorithm is real. And if you a content creator, you need to know about your algorithm. You need to know about SEO, that's search engine optimization. You need to know about analytics. You got to be on your game. And if you're a podcast creator, most of your time should be spent in preparation and doing analysis and doing marketing, not so much about doing your show. Because when I trained martial arts, the fight was the easy part. It was the training that was hard. And it should be the same way in doing the podcast.
So I forgot what was about that. Let me pull it back up. Are podcasters building real audiences or just building relationships with other podcasters?
Um, It depends. It depends on what your brand is. If you're kind of doing the namby pamby, okay, yeah, Usher hump the girl on stage. Let me talk about that. That's not going to be a real audience because they can get that anywhere. If you have something unique that has resonance and presence, that's when you get into having a dedicated audience. If I post an essay, there's a core group of people that are going to read everything I do, and that goes for every venue I do because I build a relationship with them by having core principles. If I start doing the hood stuff, which I'll never do, that's when you're gonna see more of the fair weather friends. They'll check out one or two podcasts and they'll fall off and go to the next one.
Okay. We was talking about algorithm. I'll go back a little bit. So you said now, how do you do this? There's podcasters that you actually like,
Mhm.
but they're messing up my algorithm. I gotta get rid of them, right?
Right. Or you set up another account for what you watch and set up one for business for what you do.
Okay.
You shouldn't be running your podcast like if you got YouTube, your podcast should not be the same as your personal YouTube.
Okay.
You
So
know,
like I said,
yeah,
it should be a King Walker YouTube and a bad guys YouTube.
yeah, and a lot of them have YouTube channels where they put their baby birthday party and try to put a podcast and what they did at the club. And I'm like, you mudding the waters too much. You need to have a clear vision of your brand and a clear conduit for people to get your content and get to you.
Okay. All right. I seen Vlad say this to a comedian.
Uh,
He asked comedian, you can't be a great comedian without speaking about your life, and I kind of disagree. Now, can you be a good podcaster and not watch other podcasts? Can you just hop on here and just I ain't gotta watch nobody, or you don't?
it don't work like that. Hey, look at it like this. How good of a chef can you be if you only eat your own cooking?
Okay,
So you got to watch folks you like, take tips, sit there with a notepad, look at what they doing, look at their transitions, look at their format. You should always be derivative but never verbose. So yeah, there are podcasters I enjoy. I watch them, I get tips from them, and you have to take influence from everywhere to fortify your product. Otherwise, you're gonna miss something. You never know what may spark an idea that may grow you 1,000 followers or 1,000 new viewers in a month. You have to be open to that.
thank you, because I thought I watched too much podcasts.
Mm-mm.
I watched it. I do this all day. I really sit here and watch everybody. As I said, I know more than you think I know because I watch y'all all day. I just don't say anything.
Right.
Even in the group, I'm there. I know you see me there. I'm not talking, but
Right.
I'm watching. Whenever y'all post, I watch it. Even
Hmm.
the ones that got me blocked. Wink, wink. I know you watching. I watch.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Exactly. So, and the thing is about the podcasting landscape is, especially as Black people, we got enough resources. We could be networking, building our own networks, but we got that crab in the bucket thing, and it'll never happen. But the potential is there. But people not utilizing it, people not maximizing it, and then they want to whine about it. And those of us that want to do something a little bit more erudite on a higher level, we kind of gonna leave them behind. And like I said in the podcast we did earlier, I said we got to understand, brothers, everybody can't go with us.
everybody can go. I remember you said that. I do remember you said everybody can go.
Yeah. So
All right. Why do sexual conversations consistently generate attention? We probably might talk about this.
because it's a low hanging fruit. It's something we all desire, something all we want, so we want to hear about it, especially when it involves celebrities. Because for some reason, Black folks love to live vicariously through their celebrities, like they know them. So any scandal you hear that's involving sex, yeah, yeah, it's gonna get a lot of clicks and views. Anything that stokes the emotion and feeds into your racial trauma that the folks on the left want to weaponize against you, you're gonna get certain responses. It's certain videos and certain things I could write that I could do that I know would elicit a response, but I don't want to do them because that speaks against my integrity.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen in that light. There's a lot of trash that I know about.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people in the streets I know that I can find out a certain thing about a certain thing, but I'm like, that would put me in such a light that I don't know if I can get myself out of.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like once you can't unfire that bullet. Once you take
Yeah,
that leap into the dark side, you kind of gonna stay there. So
yeah.
you want to be careful anytime you got content creation because when you have a podcast, that's your brand, that's you. So what you do, you will be held accountable for. You can't say so and so did this. No, that's you on there doing it. So anything that makes air, you had to endorse.
Okay. I think we talked about this. How do you avoid burnout on podcasting?
Man, watch different stuff, vary your topics, talk about different things. Like I might write an essay about politics, philosophy, then write about Dragon Ball or video games. If you keep things fresh where you
Mhm.
don't get bored, if you're talking about the same thing over and over again, it's gonna get monotonous and it's gonna get lame. And it's gonna come across in your product. So try to switch it up. Try to take breaks. Make sure that your personal life is okay. It's hard to be a creative when
Yeah,
you're breaking up with your wife. Keep your personal life straight. Treat it, give it priority. Give it priority, treat it with respect and reverence if you're serious about doing it. Now, if you kind of do, you just want to hop on once a month and do something, that's fine. But just know that's where you're gonna stay.
yeah, yeah. And those once a monthers and those once a weekers, I'm not knocking you too hard, but there's a
Mhm,
part, and why I'll say it is because I want to see it. I I see one episode, I'm like, man, I want to see more. It's
mhm.
not the, oh man, you suck or this. I want to see more. I just
Yeah.
want to see, supply and demand. You're not supplying me. I seen one episode, now you got me hooked.
And the thing is, if you're doing it once a month, how good do you think you're gonna get at it doing it that infrequently?
That's why I said this, like, what do you do once a week and once a month that is successful in the world, not just this country? Where in the world can you do something once a week, once a month, and it's successful?
No, or even be have an aptitude for it.
Right.
They say it takes 10,000 hours to master anything, and some of these folks ain't done an hour worth of podcasting in 2 or 3 years.
And it be millionaires on here every day.
Right,
It's
right,
millionaires get on this damn thing every day. Niggas ain't got
right.
no money. They don't want to do it.
It ain't cut out for everybody. Some people they date a 9 to 5 type. Nothing wrong with that. But if that's your deal, man, go on clock into Amazon and just call it a day.
I be seeing them sending damn thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars to Shannon Sharp every night on the night. I like, damn, y'all know he a millionaire. Y'all know he
Yeah.
played the NFL, right?
But see, they showing they support because they like his
Exactly.
product. He's consistent. That's the thing. What's another podcast? I trying to remember the name
I'm
of.
the only YouTube that I'm a member of. I'm a member of the Star Report. I watch a lot of the Star Report.
Right, right. And you'll see the podcast that really put the work in. I saw one the other day. Guy just sent him $300 super chat.
Yeah, yeah, super chat. Them super chats be crazy.
Yeah, super chat. So I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up
Hey, you
and
see the
try to work on that.
you
So
see
you
the
know,
guideline change on February?
huh?
You see the guidelines change in February? That's why I got to start going hard.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah. I
change.
saw about that. I got to look up on that. I saw the there. I'm actually gonna try to get on Rumble too.
Okay, I might. I'm
Yeah,
trying to. I'm
yeah.
trying to get my Twitch together. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
I'm
my
trying to get a
gaming
Twitch. Yeah, I got my son setting up a Discord server, so I'm getting ready to go all out and
Yeah, me
try to
too.
be everywhere and spread my message. But it's like we saying, you got to put the work in.
Got to put the work in. But my thing, I like when I started this. I like, hey, I want a podcast, but I took
Mhm.
a year to get my life together because I knew I couldn't do both. So I had to change my whole regular life
Right,
to fit to I want to do this.
right, right,
So like it took a year for me to actually start. I think some
right,
people need to do that. And then my first 40 episodes were just audio because I
right,
knew I didn't have the time yet. So when I got there, I hopped on YouTube and I was ready. And that's why I can pump out 3 or 4 of these things a week.
right. Exactly. Yeah, you had to build up to it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna
two,
come
three
in
years
and hit the
ago, I
ground
couldn't do
running.
this. 2, 3 years ago, I was like, no, you about to get one out of me a month.
Right, right, right,
But now that I've changed my life and my lifestyle, you gonna see a boy 3, 4 times a week.
right. And if you're not doing it 3, 4 times a week, then it's kind of like a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because them boys on ESPN on every day.
Yeah.
Them them boys on Star Reports on 5 times a week.
Right.
There's some people that come on once a week, but if you get on their social media, they got so much other shit going on during the week. Like comedians, don't worry about the comedian podcast. He's at the Funny Bone if he's not on his podcast.
Right. He's doing other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I watch a lot of Corey Holcomb, nigga shit. I know, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and that was sad how they went down with Anton Daniels. I was hoping that they would be able to come together have a substantive conversation, but of course it just devolved to nigga shit.
yeah, it did. And I like
Yeah,
Anton. I like Anton. I
yeah,
watch Anton in the morning. I watch Anton in the morning a lot.
yeah, that's typical when I check them out. But
Yeah.
it's just that was one of the things I was talking about. Cause like I said, I follow both of them. I watch. I don't really watch either one of them anymore since that happened. But I was really excited. I was like, okay, they're gonna have a meeting. It's gonna be good. He gonna come with his stuff. Yeah, we can talk about some real stuff to help black people. And
Nope.
it just
Turn
totally
turn
went well.
turn thing.
Yeah,
Hey, is a he's too Corey too comedian. He
yeah,
too deep into that, into, as he has to be to
yeah.
not
He
be.
has to. You know.
So it is what it is. And I feel like Anton works better than Long. I think Anton doesn't need to be.
No, no, and you're right. I'm thinking about his appearances where he's been on with other people. He doesn't really come across the best, so he's better off doing this stuff solo.
Yeah,
You know.
that's how I feel too. Like if I'm trying to find my 4 or 5 people. I got you. I got Alasia. We got a show coming out on Sunday. Me and
Cool.
Alasia trying to do something once a week. But yeah, I'm trying to find more people now. Now that I'm getting comfortable. Like I said, I've only been here 2 years in November. I'm
Mhm.
starting to now just get more comfortable with people on my podcast and then figuring out who should be on there and not be on there, where I should be going or not be going. I feel like I shouldn't be going anywhere too many too much because I think I'm if I was on that show earlier with you,
Mhm.
that would have turned out bad because something would have hit me and I don't know where that would not to say I would have went off on him or you, but that's why I don't do religion because I would have got so mad.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing with that, it was just like it's like I feel like I got off, and I've never done that,
Mhm.
never done that. And here's why: it's just like that person was so clueless and utterly stupid. I was like, this can't do nothing but go bad. It's like if I sit up here and roast them and put them in a place, what did I really accomplish? I beat up somebody that's retarded. So it's
Yeah,
like it was no win-win. It was no benefit in this situation. A podcaster and a podcast guest got to go in every appearance being, what am I gonna get out of this? How can this help me? If you find that it's gonna hurt you more, it's gonna help you, then don't do it.
y'all y'all was throwing that R word around.
I did it a couple times, but
Yeah.
evidently when I got off, he really did it. But I guess
Yeah, yeah,
you
that
know,
R word got thrown around. Like I said, I'm
yeah,
this
yeah.
bad guy podcast. I'm all for it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't care so much. I actually, when I got off, man, I went hollered at my neighbor, went for a walk, and logged back on at the end. I ain't studying that stuff. That stuff is beneath me. It's beneath the venue. It's beneath what Eric trying to do. And
that's
that,
just
yeah,
what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's ain't nothing but a 2 minute clip. That's all you can do with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You really can't sit there and watch that for hours. And like I said, I tell Eric, you got some clips.
yeah. You got some clips.
Maybe not a full episode, but you definitely got some damn clips.
Yeah, and the thing is, I hope Eric uses it
That's
as a way to
what
go ahead.
the dumb what's the dumb what they say the dumb blind and whatever. This
The
is something
blind leading the blind or something like
yeah,
that.
the dumb deaf and blind or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just. You got to understand when you deal in podcasts, and every guest is going to be a different personality type. Some folks going to mess with you, some folks they ain't.
I
Some.
wish I wish I wish it was more not to say everybody got along. I wish y'all could just stay on there and talk. Y'all can go back and forth like you said, go back and forth, but keep it how we talked about last episode.
Yeah,
Progress through this conversation. All right, have the conversation. I kept hearing Eric, all right, slam dunk it. Yeah, slam dunk this shit. Come on, y'all.
yeah. Everybody's not capable of. I mean,
Yeah.
that was my whole thing. Like I went into that endeavor earlier. I prepared notes. I had my talking points. I had everything laid out and was prepared. But the person that was on there was not a person that's capable of rational thought enough to have a conversation. And it's not just me saying it because when I got off, they said the same thing. Everybody saw it for what it was. And I hope this people take that as a lesson is you can't. Sorry, in this podcast where you can't fuck with everybody.
No.
You just
And,
can't.
and at this podcast where y'all gotta sit back and let each other talk.
Yeah,
Not just
yeah.
saying you or him, just everybody let him talk. It's just a
Mhm.
conversation, y'all. It's
Right.
just a conversation.
Yeah.
Now I didn't watch all these videos. Hold on, somebody's writing me. I think they better try to get on. I think Eric wrote me.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see what he's talking about. Well, he wrote the thing. Let me see if he can get him in there.
He said he just got back home. He want to come on. I
All
think.
right, I got it. I'm gonna send it to him right now. Ask him some questions. Man, he could come back. Oh, hey, all right. Now, how do you feel about the no name person we ain't named yet coming in here and maybe I can diffuse it a little bit to
Ain't
where it's
nothing to the field, man. Man, that's dead. That person dead to me, man. I don't step back and shit. Once I clean my shoe off, I'm done. Ain't nothing productive go come of it, man. You gonna miss me with that little dude.
not
That ain't my problem, man. I ain't his dad. He need to go find his dad and get his feelings, and whoever touched him checked out. I don't mess with that. That's the thing about me. Once I decide I don't mess with you, I don't go
okay.
back and mess with you. Once you show me who you are, I don't mess with you.
See, I'm more of a I got to put my foot on your throat. I ain't done with you.
Man, it ain't working, man.
I ain't done with
Hey, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and no weapon. You know, if I start talking that, they're gonna have a seizure or something. So, I can't. You can't bring them out here. I might bring them out here to pray for them. That's
you. All
about
right,
it.
let me see about this video. I haven't watched none of these videos. I watched them, not all of them. Let's see what they talk about on this guy. This boy, they leave old Stephen A alone, man. Come on,
Yeah.
y'all.
Stephen A. Smith, sports analyst and political commentator. Smith has established a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent black women across politics, sports, and media. Such commentary reinforces harmful narratives, undermines the fair and respectful representation of black women in public discourse, and stands in direct conflict with NABJ's long-standing commitment to accurate, responsible, and inclusive portrayals of black communities.
Do,
Steve.
do, do you see any of that going on with him?
I think that some black people don't like him, and they gonna find any excuse to bash him and things like that. So it's just rhetoric. It's just when you don't say something that caters to people's ego and victimhood and oh woe is me shit, then they then want to come out against you. So that's all that's happening, Stephen A. And like I said, he get on my nerves. He too loud. He talk too much. But at the same time, I don't see anything he's doing that's hurting people other than him making his bag and trying to put folks on in his own way. So if you want to hate on that, fine, hate on that. He don't care. His bank account is not gonna be affected by your feelings. So
Right.
okay, express your feelings, but don't nobody care. I mean, that's good, but move on.
But do you how do you feel about his well the black community like not embracing him, giving him thumbs
Who
down?
cares? No, nobody needs the black community to embrace you to do what? Nothing. Man, you worry about who paying you. You worry about who has your values, your
Mm,
ethics, your morals, and your faith. Okay, that's cute if it can happen, but if it don't happen, it don't happen. I wouldn't waste a drop of piss worrying about it.
okay.
If you support me, you support me. If you don't, you don't. It's all it is. You either with me or against me. If you against me, go on. Do you have a nice life? But I think the fact that he doesn't cater up to black folks or a certain audience like Jameel Hill and these other coons, that pisses people off. So you be pissed off. So what?
I never liked Jamel Hill when I was a kid. So it's bad.
Nah, I didn't like
A
it either.
teenager
Yeah.
watching it, like, who is this?
Yeah, I wish they would just shut up and talk about sports. That's why Ryan Clark got fired. I don't want to hear your social commentary, man. Tell me who won the game and keep it moving.
That's it. Eric, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you
How
doing?
you doing, man? How you
All right,
doing,
we
man?
just hanging out.
Talking
I'm
about
doing pretty
podcast,
good.
trying to make it better. Trying to make it
Oh,
as
it's moving along just fine, man.
it is. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. How we were talking about your episode earlier and what happened, and I want to I want to say like I don't religion bash. Like I said, I bash a lot of things. It's not religion and black women.
Yeah.
I leave that alone. Now, 304s and black women are two different things.
That's right.
I
That's
Now,
got
right.
you.
304 acting crazy, like Brittany Renters of the world, I'm gonna say something.
Well, I mean, I don't take no offense to, yeah, I don't take much offense to, people with perspectives, but I mean, I just think it kind of got out of control a little bit because, just, it's a certain way that you say things and, you just got to kind of control yourself a little bit. And I think it just kind of got out of hand. So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I wasn't the best host. I should have been on that one,
Nah, it
but
wasn't you. Nah, brother, don't do that. Don't do that. You a great host. We've collaborated before. You're a tremendous host. Put that on the person that we not gonna name who caused all that mess. Now we're not gonna take account. We gonna stop making excuses for folks. He came in wrong. He was wrong. I knew he was wrong. We knew what was gonna happen. It was what it was. Maybe we get some clips, get some views off of it, but move on. Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
I
what
mean,
it
it's
was,
a
man.
podcast.
We're all still in the same
You know,
group.
what'd you say?
We're all still in the same groups. We'll see each other again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fine.
That's the podcast. That's the podcast space, though, man. I mean, to
Right.
some degree, it can be somewhat of an arena, and I think it's all good for entertainment and to give people the opportunity to make a choice. I mean, he has
Yeah.
a point in and of itself. Somebody believes what he says, or he wouldn't have views at all. I'm sure he has some views, just like all of us.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, it's thought provoking, it's entertaining, it gives people the ability to make choices. So I'm not mad. I just kind of, I was
Yeah.
hoping that we got more from it.
At the end of the day, just because we all black and content creators doesn't mean that everybody's meant to be on everybody's venue just because we black. That he's clearly not suited for that venue and the kind of discourse we were trying to have, and that's okay. So he can go back to the sandbox and he'll be all right, but he might not be able to sit at the grown folks table. So
Yeah, I guess I mean, I have them back. I mean, because that's like I said, man. We just, we all trying to figure this thing out called life.
right.
So I hold no grudges against him.
Oh no, me
My
neither.
biggest,
He can come on
yeah,
a bad guy,
yeah.
but we're not gonna talk about God.
Yeah, we're
I've
not
seen
gonna do
level.
that.
We ain't doing that no more. I'll
Well,
I'll
God
I'll
is
make
one
a
of the best
perfect topic
conversations
for
to
you.
talk about, though.
What'd you say?
I say God is one of the best conversations to talk about though, because when you start talking about it, people have so many wavering perspectives. I mean, if you think about it, every group in the United States has their own particular view on God, from conservative to white supremacist to leftist ideology to what do we got? Hebrew Israelites, the Jewish people. Everybody thinks they know who God is, and
Right.
usually the funniest thing about it is that God only fits many of our of what our wants, not actually what's actually right. That's why,
Right.
to be honest with you, my favorite pastor is probably the most controversial one, and that's what is it, Jennings? Oh, what's his name? Geno Jenkins or whatever. Oh, help me out.
Ain't
Help
that
me
the
out.
guy
The
from
one with the
Brooklyn?
brother who I think he's from Baltimore.
Hmm.
He always has the brother in the background who says the scriptures while
Oh
he's
yeah,
talking.
Geno
Uh,
Jennings.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
like him too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got the girl. He got the black girls showing everything. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember him. Yeah,
it's hard hitting, and I like stuff like that because it doesn't fit what I necessarily would want God to be like. So it's just straight down the line, black and
Right.
white, what the Bible says. So I mean, I think it's one of those fun conversations, man. And to wrap it up, I know you should probably have it, man. The Bad Boys podcast is a great place to have a conversation about God, man. A lot of viewers in that.
I will
Just
let
just
y'all.
make sure
I
whatever
will
guests
let
you
y'all
have are
talk.
capable of articulating their point of view.
Yeah.
Everybody can't verbalize what they think or what they think they feel, and that's when you had a problem.
See, that's where I step in and be like, all right, nigga, you out your mind. See, that's when I start slinging my N words and my R words and shut all that down. Y'all was slinging the words, but I'm better at it. Y'all just haven't seen it yet.
Right. Right.
I'll calm all that down.
I,
We're gonna
I didn't
start that
sling.
when
I
I
didn't
get on here.
sling any of it.
You did.
I was trying to push it back.
Eric, I'm not gonna lie. I was driving and listening to it. You threw it. I heard you throw the ER out there.
Yeah, but because I was trying to be
I
like,
was
man,
laughing though. I was laughing.
it's more worse than just that. We gonna have these conversations. We all over 35 years old or close to it. I mean, we gotta have some thought provoking
And that's a
conversation.
good
We
thing.
can't just use 4 words.
And that's a good thing too to all you YNs out there saying, "Hey, we old heads. Maybe, hopefully, one day you'll make it to this age without dementia, diabetes, all that. So don't try to go
Nah,
all
man, they
these
drink that
old, these
lean.
old heads out here talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we old. Hopefully, you make it this far, little guy.
Yep.
No, they drink that lean. So they
Yeah, you
all
don't have
gonna have
diabetes.
like
You don't have
mental
diabetes by
issues.
28.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Mm, mm, mm.
But hold on, let me pull up your boy Gino. I think I found him. Hold on. Make sure we
Okay.
talking about the right person.
Yeah, we talking about Geno Jenkins, I think his name is, man. Love the dude, man.
Dumb pulpit bums. Amen.
will tell that woman, well, that's your husband, and you got to give it to him. What woman in her respectable right mind?
Yeah.
Want a bunch of trash and garbage and parasites and insects
Yes.
discharged in her.
That's right.
Amen.
You dumb people say he can himself and take it. Prove it.
Prove it.
Because even though the Bible says you're one flesh, nowhere in the Bible does the Lord give a man the right or command to force his will on his wife. That's right. And you dumb pulpit.
That's him right there, right? That's the right guy.
Yeah, that's him, man.
Hey,
Hard hitting.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a lot different from, the people who are, well, you got people who in church, they trying to make their congregation grow. Seems
Right.
like he's trying to make his shrink.
Okay. He's keeping it real. He's keeping it.
Yeah, keeping it real.
For him.
And the thing is, when you keep it real, whether you're doing a podcast or in the pulpit, you're gonna lose people. You're gonna
It's a
initially lose
lonely
people.
space.
It's like when I started doing my conservative stuff last year, that I always feel since I was 14. But the thing is, like, I lost like maybe 100 followers, but I gained 500. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna lose, but you're gonna gain more by being authentic than you are trying to pander.
Well, yeah, you lost somebody last night too, George. Did you
What was
talk
it?
to, did
Talk
you
to who?
talk to him about that, man?
Oh, who? I forgot.
Remember the young lady who we had the podcast with, man? Care? Oh man, that was heated, man. That was,
Oh yeah,
hey,
yeah, and she was dumb as hell too. Because here's the thing, she was a white liberal, and I said she got a bull nose ring. I could tell I'm independent. No, baby, you liberal as hell. And she had no facts. And here's what I did. She was talking about Donald Trump, was talking about how Kamala Harris was qualified and Donald Trump wasn't or something. So I went and I pulled up the Constitution and I posted it. I'm like, he meets all the requirements. So just because you don't like him, don't mean he's not qualified. She was truly a dumb individual, truly. And she's one of these white liberal women that'll sit up there and act like she know black folks or something about black men. Just because she took some black pole in college and like 90s R&B, that don't mean she know a damn thing about us. And I
hey
treat
man,
her
go
as
ahead.
such.
Pull up the clip, man. Go to my page, go to my, YouTube and pull it up, man. You can hear it, man.
It's a
It
clip
was
or old
really
video.
good. It's a
Yeah,
clip.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, she everything she was saying was asinine and stupid. And then the thing you remember, and this what got me, Eric. You remember when I pulled up my notes? She was like, "Well, you don't memorize it." I'm like, "Who actually sit up there and memorize all this stuff? If you don't have notes," and she said she was pre-med, she couldn't doc, she couldn't be my vet. You
I
tell me
mean,
you got you gonna yeah you gonna say something about somebody using notes and you said you was pre-med?
hey
Come
man,
on.
y'all was smart. Y'all, hey, it was entertaining. It was real entertaining though, man.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
she didn't bring much to she didn't bring much to it. I mean, she really
but
didn't. She was just a loud white girl, man.
the arena though, I mean, the thing like George, man, you good in the arena, man. I mean, so you can't have all the weapons, George, and not get into a sword fight, man. I mean,
I know, but
that's just the way it's,
but I don't want people thinking too that every time I go on the podcast, it's got to be conflict because 90% of my appearances are good. I did one on grieving, I did one on mental health, and that's few and far between. But the thing is, when it does happen, it tends to stand out, and that's okay. I didn't call out a name. I didn't
yeah,
cuss out. I just argue
but
my
y'all had
point.
a spirit. Yeah, but y'all had a spirited debate, man. It's the
Right,
longer clip right there on the left. It's
right,
either the
right.
one all the way left or the one next to it.
She should have been the initial option, but they didn't.
But had they
They fucked up.
But had they made her the initial candidate, she would have failed because she's not qualified to be president. She was not nominated. She was appointed. She was handpicked. Her record in California as attorney general was abysmal. She's not. I don't think she's a capable leader. So they may have set up Biden to get him in one administration, knowing he was under the time.
I mean, but
We tried to
George,
get a woman in there.
George,
Right there. I have a question, okay?
JD Vance wasn't
Proud
qualified
fucker.
himself though
Continue.
to be a vice president.
Exactly.
And let me
Yeah,
stop you right there. Kamala Harris has a strong history of leadership. She worked her way up through law school. She was
really?
the DA. She was the attorney general. Tell me,
And-
what is Trump's path
right.
in any of this? He was
Well,
the fucking dude from The Apprentice, dude. He was a game show host.
it does, but he also in the 80s was a staunch Democrat. He also provided.
But that doesn't matter.
Why doesn't that
Qualification-wise.
matter? So if that doesn't matter, then why does Kamala's fake record?
Qualification.
Okay, here's
We're
the
talking
thing.
school.
It's not just about that. It's not about qualifications. He's not qualified.
No. Quit diverting. We're talking strict qualifications.
Right.
Kamala Harris went to college,
So
worked
what?
her way up through law.
So what?
What did Trump do to earn his qualifications?
He built a business. He ran enterprise. He was involved in a lot of construction in New York. He's worked with politicians.
But what are his qualifications?
Nobody gives a damn about qualifications.
Law-wise.
Can you do the job or not? When I worked in the tech industry, we didn't care about your degree. Did you know how to do the work? And he's doing the work. And Kamala talks about watching
presidency. That's not the presidency. That is purely dependent on law.
Okay, and
so
he has better.
Good point.
But here's the thing. Look at what Kamala did in with her run as Attorney General, just locking up.
You can't answer the question.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't give a damn. I don't care that he doesn't have a degree, ma'am. It doesn't matter to me. So what your assertion is useless.
Okay, so he has no qualifications to be president.
I'm not gonna say none. I'm not.
He should have been the initial.
Got some more of that?
A few times.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
I just got that one. I just got that one the other day, man. So, I mean, I'm still chopping through it. I had a lot of editing to do. So that's coming out this week, man. But that's the mildest clip, man. Cause they were swinging hard.
And here's the thing about this damn fool. This Karen, this libtard, sit up here talking about qualifications. I'm like, she doesn't know anything about the Constitution. She's one of these white liberal Karens that thinks she knows something about black folks. That want to trump up Kamala as some kind of virtue for black folks. Here's the thing, you talk about the qualifications. If you go to the Constitution, Donald Trump beat all the qualifications. So just because your ass don't like them, that don't mean you're not qualified. Just say you don't like them. That's what I was trying to get her to do. Just be a real woman and say you don't like them, and then we can have a dialogue. But all this masking these folks do, that's the bullshit I can't stand. He's not qualified. Dummy, he is qualified. He is president, ain't he? Go read the Constitution. These folks dumb as hell, man. And that's when I get riled up. When you don't listen and you have that pious, arrogant attitude, no, you take that stuff back to the suburbs and that black boyfriend you got. Don't bring that shit here.
Hey, it was beautiful though, man. I mean, you did a good job. And I mean, that's what it's about, man. The entertainment's got to be there.
Right.
And
you got to be able to engage. You got to be able to, like you said, hop in that arena and keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the Club Geneva show. Y'all see it right there on the screen. Go ahead and hop on there, hit that subscribe button, check out those clips we just checked out. Make sure y'all do your thing.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Hey, does that QR thing work, right?
Which where's the QR?
Your banner you gave me a long time ago. You got a QR code. So I type.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it goes right to my page. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're in the intro and the outro. So if everybody's watching, that's in the intro. Use that QR.
Yeah,
code.
Man. I appreciate. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you doing that, man. And honestly, man, I didn't even know that was on there. Kind of slipped my mind. So I mean, I would love to I would love to, do a shout out to the Bad Guys podcast as well, man. So I mean, send me something, man. I love to post it in the beginning of my show or something like that, wherever I can throw it in, man. Even if you got some little mid commercials or something like that, because I want people to get the word out, man. Your shit is mad entertaining.
I told George that too. Like, so y'all send whatever books or whatever promotion y'all got, send that over. I put it in the intro and outro.
Okay, that's cool. I guess we stuff together for you.
I don't want to have no crazy music. I ain't better have no intro music and dance. Let's promote.
Man, I work my ass off for that shit, man. You know how long I had to edit that bullshit?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm not that fancy. I'm raw. Man. I get straight to the bullshit. Straight to the bull.
Yeah.
I'm too raw. I gotta get straight to the bull.
Man, I grew up watching the Cosby Show, so everything got to have an intro and an outro and shit. Right. So,
I got a low attention span, and I used to hang around niggas with a low attention span, so I know I got to keep I got to keep them on their toes. So I know a 2 minute, 3 minute intro. And I do a lot of rap content, and I know them rap niggas and them Crips and Bloods. They attention span ain't that long. I gotta hurry up and get to the show. These niggas is slow.
Yeah. Right.
I do. I got a lot of rap content. I got a lot of that. So I gotta keep it fast for them. They not that
Yeah, that's
smart.
right.
Hey, that's what it's about.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But all right. I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
All right.
Are these black um Facebook groups, black podcast Facebook groups, are those racist?
Are they what?
Racist. Like, is that
What?
just making
Which
that group
ones?
and that whole concept of making a black podcast Facebook group? Is that
I don't.
racist?
I don't think so. I mean, on the surface, I think it's good that black folks try to come together and congregate. It's not that this group itself is racist. It's what it ultimately, almost always, ultimately devolves to, which is nigga shit. So I think these groups are often started with the best of intentions, but because of human nature, not just black nature, but human nature, they usually, regress to some that we don't want to have nothing to do with.
Kind of breaks my heart.
Uh, I don't know, man. I mean, to each his own. I think that one thing that we can't do as black people is paint each other with a broad stroke brush.
Right.
Um, um, for a few reasons. I mean, one, George is always talking about the diaspora of black culture, and the differences and how we should all be able to, share differences and have different opinions and things like that. So, I mean, with that being said, when I look at a black group, I usually have to be in it to label it. And sometimes you can pick up on a few cues, that where it might be, a little bit of tribalism. I mean, all groups have tribalism. When people of the same culture and race and background get together, they usually get a little tribal. So I can see that happening. But for the most part, some of these groups are very insightful and very supportive. I mean, and one being said, the group right now that we are all in. I mean, to be honest, I think me and George has bought the gasoline and the match.
Yeah, y'all
You
turned it
know,
up a little bit.
I
Y'all
mean,
turned it up a little bit.
we bought a little turn in there, man. So I mean, honestly, I mean, it's groups like that that are everywhere. And I think we do have to like take some time and look at each other and get into those groups and see what they all about. And
Yeah.
sometimes, I mean, here's the deal: our role, if you are the mature person, if you are the intellectual, if you are the person at the higher level, at Maslow's higher level per se, if you're at that higher level, then to some degree you have a duty to bring people up. So getting into those spaces and seeing if those people have open ears is more important than listening to what's coming out of their mouth. We can raise each other
Right.
up if the space is there for it. So, I mean, to some degree, I feel what you're saying, but I think that it's an opportunity there.
Right, and the danger with those groups is when they become echo chambers. I think those groups are good as long as they allow parity and divergent thought within their own ranks. But when they get to where they become monolithic in their thinking and become an echo chamber, that's when it really gets useless. Because, like I said, I've seen groups over the years. They start off good, but they start letting certain people in, and the tone changes, and they become, unproductive. So it just depends. If you have a group like that, you have to make sure you keep it clean. You have to make sure you keep up a certain standard. Otherwise, you're gonna you're gonna compromise the integrity of your group.
I do see that when those groups get out of hand, those people that made those groups got to, like you said, keep it clean. Y'all got to make sure y'all stand on it. That's where
Yeah.
I'm thinking the group we in. I'm glad y'all in it because I felt like it was getting a little quiet in there.
Yeah.
Then George popped up. Oh, okay, there we go. Y'all wasn't
why
talking like this last week.
why y'all blame me for everything? Why everybody think I'm
That's
a
not a
troublemaker?
blame.
I
It's just
don't
a
do nothing.
point.
I just be minding my
Yeah, your
own
ass
business.
bring a lot of smoke, man. Wherever you go, man, you bring smoke, man. You
But
can't
I ain't
Eddie,
help
gonna
it,
lie,
Eddie.
man.
George. I can do the same thing you do, but I feel like I burn more bridge. Like I said, I'm more of a foot on your neck. I'm gonna push down. I'm not gonna let it go. I'm not. I can't stop. So you got more of a. All right, that's enough. I'm leaving. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
staying here and I'm gonna beat you with this stick until you done, and until I'm done with you.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really try to engage too much.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, oftentimes when I do have flare ups, because I have them a lot, it's never me going after somebody. It's always somebody not liking something I said, and they come for me, and I give them the smoke. It's never me starting anything. And that's the funny part. I think sometimes people, especially over the past year, just had me on just to try to do that and do that. And I can tell when they doing it like that, and I don't fuck with them no more. That's not what I'm here for. The political thing is just maybe a part of what I do. I've been running a mental health nonprofit for 8 years and help black folks. I've done food drives, run rental programs, the prison ministry, all this kind of stuff. I got people calling me now saying they need help. Black men saying I'm trying to help people now. Don't nobody want to talk about that. They don't want to hear about that. But I say something about Trump. Oh, you think Trump, Kamala? Come on, and when you do that, I kind of judge you a certain way. Talk about some of the other
Yeah,
stuff sometime. You
I,
know.
I feel that too. And I mean, I think me and George, since we've been doing, I think we on like our fourth or fifth show that we do with the black conservative thing right now. Which I'm very fond of, but I think I'm very used to, throwing a counter argument towards George. So I'll throw one out there right now.
Right.
Um, um, so it's not really an argument. It's just a different way of thinking. The way I think about, conflict is when I am in a spirited debate, like say for the one that me and, Jonathan, or I think his name is, we had earlier. I didn't like it, but at the same time, I understand it. And one thing I understand is that for the most part, people who are in conflict with me, let's just say an enemy is just me in a different, in a mirror's reflection. And what I mean by that is when I have a conflict with somebody, when I really step outside myself and I look at it, that person is just like me, but they have a different perspective. And that's why we having the conflict to begin with. We're just a mirror's reflection of each other. So, I mean, sometimes just when we are in those spaces, man, I mean, if you really pay attention to it, it's where you are supposed to be at, because this person pretty much has the same idea as you, just in a different, let's say a different universe, or a different, they just in a different space than you. So
Right.
my enemies are very close to me. I kind of, even though we have conflict, I can always talk to people after we had that conflict, because I think we need to do it again and again and again and again. I think it's
Right.
great. It's like, for me,
Right.
it's like the Highlander. You chop my
I
head
hate
off
my
and I come
enemies.
back.
I hate my enemies because you don't know that they're my enemies and they're sitting right there at you. Just
Well,
like I said, I just told George earlier, Eric, somebody in that group called me yesterday and
okay.
it was talking crazy. Fuck you, fuck this. You know I hate you, and I know you hate me. And that's when I stopped like, whoa, 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 whoa. You hate me. I don't know you
Yeah.
enough to have that type of situation. And my thing is, you've never been on my show. I haven't had a show since George was on it 7 days ago. So all this energy is coming from that show. My thoughts. That's my thoughts. But this is the second time this person has called me and done that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's politics that I didn't quite understand.
Mhm.
Um, and that's natural. I
I
mean,
get phone calls though. I don't get comments in the
Yeah.
comments. These niggas call they write me behind the scene. With George, they'll come at you in the they'll hit me on my phone. They called me on
Mm.
my messenger yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
well,
you just gotta understand everybody that has a platform is not mentally stable.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not emotionally mature. Like y'all said, these are conflicts. I don't look at them as conflicts. These are nothing to me.
It's
I don't have enemies. My only competition is myself to be the best me I can be every day and get better. So I don't view them as adversarial. I just view them as bumps in the road. So if
Mhm.
somebody getting their feelings about something, I say, I. You want to send a postcard? That's fine. I don't give a damn. So, you got to understand, not everybody's coming from that mindset. Some people get their identity so wrapped up in the podcast they do once a week where it becomes who they are. And anything that threatens their ego drives them off the deep end. A lot of guys, especially black guys, we do this for ego. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them,
Friends
they do it just for
only
that. They base their whole identity on that. And then when they realize their identity don't look like shit, then they go off. Or if you don't get a reaction you want out of people, you go off. You think people respect you, but you find out they really think you a dumbass, it's gonna affect you a certain way. So that's why you gotta be careful how you present yourself and what you do.
George, I think
yeah,
you explained that person that called me yesterday. you
Oh, really?
you explained that. You explained them to my thought. I would just throw some loneliness in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's about it.
You know, a little
Well, yeah,
insecurity, a
yeah.
lot of insecurity.
That's the thing too. I mean, like anytime I have an issue with someone, or I'll tell you what, anytime somebody says a word to me, I think about two things:
Mm-hmm.
what they say and what's the motive behind what they saying.
Right.
So when I listen to people on that level, man, I like if someone is upset with me, first of all, upset is attached to fear or embarrassment or some lower level emotion. So,
Right.
I know, and I'm not saying that you have to like I'm not saying that you have to appease that person's lower emotions that they going through, but at the same time, it does provide some clarity on why that person is having that issue with that. So I would say if that person is at you like that, it's just something that that it's something inside of them that maybe they need to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your place to fix it, but it does at least provide you at least the space to be like, man, I'm not really mad about it. It's
And
just
hey, this
like,
person has never been on my show. I've never been on theirs. Uh, what else? I don't. As I said, he's like you. I hate you, and I know you hate me. I'm like, hey, nigga, I don't know you enough to hate you, but I know you hate me now. Thank you, but where's this coming from?
Mhm.
Where's this
well,
coming
yeah, yeah, a
from?
lot of things come from our insecurities, though. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, insecurities is something that I mean, George, you're in the mental health space, and
Right.
insecurities is something that we as black men we suffer from for whatever
Right.
reason. Many people would say historical, and
Right.
I know the new way that people are looking at it is like, nah, you just a liberal, okay, or whatever. But
Right. Well, yeah.
I mean, that dexterity, that mental dexterity that a lot of us should have, we lack, and we got to figure out how to fix that. So
Well, that's a process. I study a lot of Carl Jung. Y'all know the stuff I'm into. Carl Jung has brilliant works to talk about the individuation, the point of the life where you really become who you are. And I think a lot of these dudes just ain't gone through that yet. You know what I'm saying? They haven't matured enough yet. Some of them never will. So a lot of times we kind of get the spillover from there. We get the insecurity. We get the repressed mama issues. We get to, when it comes out, especially when they try to congregate with other black men. That's when you see a lot of stuff come out. I typically don't hang around people. I really don't. I'm very selective in it because I know all that emotional spillover and unresolved trauma comes out in some messed up ways.
well, and as black men, we don't even do a good job of like walking past each other, let
Mm-mm.
alone having a
yeah,
conversation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Instead of us smiling and saying, "How you doing, brother?" or holding the door for, a guy and letting him in or something like that. We got a meme mug each other. So we have a
Right.
cultural issue on that level where, we don't even know how to like communicate with each other with nonverbal cues.
Yeah, and a lot of times there's fear. That's insecurity.
yeah.
If you're a secure man, another man's not gonna buy. I'm not afraid. I don't give a damn about another man. I'm secure in myself. But if I wasn't insecure, then everything would bother me.
Yeah,
A lot more would bother me.
My issues with black men is a specific age. I don't get along with black men my age. I get along with YNs, as weird as it sounds. I get along with you guys, older black men. I do not get along with men my age.
They
yeah,
still
but what
maturing.
spaces what spaces are you meeting those men in though?
Probably spaces that I'm not in because I don't think my age. I've never thought my age.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the thing. Like as black men, I think that we need to some degree separate ourselves from our ignorant counterparts.
Mhm.
Okay. Because, when it comes to entertainment and the culture, they always try to mix us in no matter what type of black person he is. You always get mixed in with the negative ones, the ones who nobody desires, right? Just like with white people, they don't get mixed in like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't get mixed in with the negative white people. We get mixed in with the negative black people. And I think we need to do a better job as mature black men of separating ourselves from those people. Because those people do not do us any good on any type of level, and we should separate ourselves from them. Sometimes, if you don't have friends at your age, you probably in the wrong group of friends. And
Mhm.
it's a lot of mature, healthy-minded black men. It's just the fact that when we run into each other, we size each other up instead of sitting down and having a
Mo-
conversation.
Most
I got
most of the men I get along with got pensions.
Yeah.
Work at Ford, about to retire. Like I said, my friends are older. I
Right.
There
got
you
friends
go.
working Mitsubishi. I don't have nobody my age that works at Planet Fitness. That's not.
Right.
I'm not some guy that works at Planet Fitness. I've always had a corporate job or some high paying some situation. So that might be a little
Yeah.
envy in there too. That might be that.
You in
But
another space.
yeah, I'm in a different space.
Yeah. Another
But
space. Yeah.
I get along with the younger people. It's the 35ers in between 43, and then we start to have a disconnect. But 42, 43 and up, and 30 and down, I love y'all. It's just the other ones
See,
because it's like
and for me, it's an economic level I've noticed
okay, that
because
might be it. That's why
it's
I'm
a
at
certain
too with
point.
the economic
Yeah, you know,
level.
it's a certain point where we don't have a connection. Like if we going out of town, I'm not sharing a hotel room with you. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
I ain't did that
Right.
since I was
Like
19.
like
Right.
like you see what I'm saying? Like if we go out of town, I'm not splitting a dinner with you. You know, like you got to have your own. God bless the child that's got his own. You know, so a lot of guys don't have that, and that's where we don't meet well at. So my friends,
Right.
I really feel like I treat my guy friends like I treat women who I date, not like that, but on the level of you got to have a certain economic level to you, or we just cannot relate to each other. We
Right.
can't
Right. I
talk
mean,
about golf. We can't
right.
talk about yeah.
Yeah,
And the
me
thing
and
is,
my
We don't see eye to eye.
yeah,
and the
and
most
after your
and the longest lasting friendships and relationships I've had have come with people that share like interests and like values. It ain't been because you're black. It's been because you believe a certain thing I believe in. You have a purpose aligned with mine. We have similar interests. We can talk about things. So I don't, I've got friends of all different races. And not that I'm friends with y'all, but it's just if you don't have anything in common, that melanin bullshit, that religion, races your religion shit is not gonna get you anywhere.
my best friends, we make money together.
Right, right.
I'm a
That
capitalist. We make money. If we ain't making money together or taking the kids to Monday Night Raw,
right.
why are you still have
Yeah.
a nigga with you
Yep.
for? You can't take your kid to the damn wrestling show on Monday.
Right. Right. You have nothing in
I
common.
ain't got it,
Yeah.
bro. We go have no, I ain't gonna have for no damn wrestling tickets. Me and my son will go. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Y'all watch us on TV.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I got friends who we used to be friends and then somehow, some way they start to size me up because they think that I got something better than them or something like that. And then I'm like, man, what happened? We used to talk. We used to hang out. Now I don't hear from you no more. And that's how I know, like, oh, okay, I'm in a different space now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we, we just can't really hang like that. I don't take offense to it. My thing is, I got some friends who only hit me up, when they going through an argument with a woman. And I'm like, that's okay. I guess that's where the friendship starts and that's where the friendship ends. We owe it to ourselves to take a step back and look at these relationships that we have with people and not take offense when people can't hang anymore,
Right.
and we shouldn't take offense when those people, if we having conflict with people, then they just ain't at our level no more,
Right.
you know?
And sometimes you just outgrow people. There are people I've known for years that I don't even talk to no more because I'm at a different spot. I feel like I've ascended and progressed, and they're used to the old me and things like that. And that's an aspect of life. It happens in brotherhood and fraternal aspects, and it happens in our relationship. So if you steady progressing in life, if you're trying to get somewhere and do something and improve yourself, just get ready. You're gonna lose people along the way.
Yeah. Now, all the people I know my age that I was somewhat cool with are on Facebook with the mugshot on the mugshot channel. You know the little mugshot page where they got everybody's
Mhm.
mugshot in the county. I
Right.
see somebody new every 2 days on there. Like, oh, I went to
Mhm.
school with him.
Real
Mugshot.
shit, man. In Chicago, man, or if you got more money than your friends, then you up to get robbed next.
Oh
So no
yeah,
matter if
Right.
y'all
Right.
friendship was tight or not. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is.
yeah.
And you
We
just
go.
gotta be careful.
My friends. We take the kids on trips. We ain't doing that. We ain't friends.
see,
Right,
that's grown
exactly.
man shit right there.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
Yeah.
We
going.
ain't doing
We
that.
going to Monday Night Raw. I ain't worried about you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got friends who got tons more money than me. I got friends who millionaires and man, I don't take any offense to that. I don't size them up.
Yeah.
It's not about money, but for a lesser man, it might be, you know? some people just size you up because when they shit ain't working out right, then they got to look at you in a different light, and that's just how it is.
I'm gonna ask
You know,
questions. If I got a millionaire friend, I'm like, hey man, how you do that, man? Show me how you do
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I don't even,
How did
I
not
don't
give
even,
me something? How did you get there? Teach
I
me
don't
how
even
this shit is.
ask.
Don't get.
I don't even ask because I don't think I could do what they did to get it.
You
So
never know.
I
My boy
just
one time
enjoy.
how he did that. I asked my boy one time he opened a pizza place. So we ain't opened a pizza. He bought one. He bought the franchise pizza. I was like, man, how you do that? He sent me the website right to it's nothing but a website. It can be sometimes it can be nothing but a website.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
last
the
time
same
I
with
asked
me.
the dude how he did something, it was for he was showing me how to stream and get like 1 million views, and he actually get a check for it. You know, like in the range of $4,000 every 2 weeks for his viewership. And he showed me like all these damn computers that he bought and how they were called slave computers, and they all stuck
Right.
together, and all they do all day long is run up views. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't think I'm about to turn my goddamn dining room into a sweatshop for computers. So I was like, I don't think
Right.
I can do that. Thanks for sharing.
Hey,
So
it's my thing. Do you want it like that too? Do you want it like that, or is that? I feel like it's doing too much. I feel like I just want it the normal way or the hard way. I guess. Right?
nah, that's how I looked at it. I almost looked at it with, it kind of
It's like a
made me
cheat code.
feel like, damn, this how they doing it. This ain't the right way.
Right.
Cheating. That's a cheat code.
Yep. But everybody get it how they get it. So as long as you ain't sticking a gun in nobody's face, like, do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining.
YouTube got
Uh,
game genies. I'm playing the regular game.
Mhm. you
right,
remember?
right.
You remember them game genius, don't
Remember them game genies? What the game genies was hard.
you? Man, for real.
Put that double
Hey,
dragon on there.
anybody
Double Dragon. I couldn't beat double dragon without the game genie.
Mm-mm.
anybody remember that Contra code?
Yep.
No,
Left down, right, left.
Nah,
B A
you already
U.
done fucked it up. You already done
Yeah, I know.
messed
I
it
know.
up,
I
man.
don't know about her. What is it?
Yeah, man, that's up, up, down, down, left, right, BA select start, dog.
gee.
Damn.
Which
I'm
what's that
rusty.
30
on
men.
Nintendo? I know. I remember I thought I remembered the PlayStation one.
30 men. You get 30 men on Contra with that
Right.
code, dog.
Man, y'all gonna maybe go find some contra later.
All right. Speaking of gaming, I heard you a gamer. What kind of games you on? George.
It just depends. Like, it's certain games I actually have the most. Like Final Fantasy VII came out on the PlayStation back when I was working at an anime store. I played that like 7 hours straight.
Okay.
I like I like a lot of the Japanese RPGs, that kind of stuff. Of course, the Street Fighter 2s and all that. I'm not really doing a lot of current gaming because it's kind of expensive. So I got like a retro console with 20,000 games on it, all the Genesis, all the Super Nintendo, all the Neo Geo. So I
Mm.
might, when I get time, I go in there and just fire up some. I might pick some obscure or just chill and do that. And that's how I'm learning to blow off steam. So as
I'm
far as
on that.
gaming, anything. I
I'm on
mean,
that
anything.
Red Dead Redemption heavy, man. We got to link
Man,
up
I played it too. Yeah, what y'all think
Oh,
about GTA
dude.
6?
whenever it come out.
Yeah, it's been what, 12 years almost?
Yeah, whenever it come out.
Yeah, and the base.
I never play it, man.
You never played GTA?
I mean, it never really caught my attention, man. Honestly, I
Yeah,
just kind of like it was too like normal. It's like, okay, a dude running around doing bad shit. It was like, okay,
I get on there and just buy a whole bunch of low riders and just make all color low riders all day. I have a whole garage
right,
full of low riders. That's what I'll mess with cars. Cars.
right.
now I'm
Low rider.
Call of Duty, man. That's my thing
Yeah,
right there.
I'm banned from Call of Duty.
yeah, Call of Duty. But they kind of turned it into Fortnite now with all them different skins in it. A lot of people that play COD, they don't like it no more. They like, man, it's my way to play Fortnite for all these
You want to
skins and
play
stuff.
Nicki Minaj, man? You want to play
Oh,
Nicki? You
no,
want to be
no.
Nicki Minaj on there?
No,
Playing
I
that
don't need
Savage
nothing with
over
Nicki
here.
Minaj. Nothing. I ain't trying to get no
Trump like
attention.
her.
Who?
Trump like her, man.
Man, that's look. She trying to get her husband off that charge. She's trying to get her husband
No,
pardoned.
no,
Man,
she sent that
gone.
nigga back to the hood. She about to get divorced from me.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Hey, to each his own. That's what I'm
You
gonna
know
say.
he a registered offender. He just recently had to re-register in like somewhere in Queens in the
Right.
slum. So she kicked him out.
Oh, she kicked him out. Man,
Kicked him out.
they'll be back together next week. These folks kick each
Oh,
other, break up. They get to fighting, shooting
ain't
each
that
other, back
crazy?
together for the weekend over.
Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eric.
yeah,
Yeah. But we see it all the time. These folks getting
That's
to
another
knockdowns.
bad cultural issue that we got, man, is that, yeah, I was just say like that's another bad cultural issue that we had though, man. Like, we pick some bad mates and,
Yeah.
and we,
Oh
we
yeah.
pick the, we, we picked the wrong people. Like this lady is a millionaire, great career, did a lot of things with the rap game and stuff like that. And she is stuck with a dude who is an SA. You know what I'm saying? He's a sex offender. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And isn't that crazy? That's not the only relationship that we can find those relationships all throughout our urban communities, man. And even
Right.
outside of it now, as more of our women and men, get, educated and move out, they move out financially, but they never move out mentally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they still do these same things, man. I was just watching an episode of like the first 48 or something. It was a shooting in an apartment complex, and it was a woman who, she became a nurse, but no, she had a violent offender in her upscale apartment who ended up killing her in the apartment. And I'm
Wow.
like, man, so avoidable. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another conversation for another day. But I mean, that's just kind of sad when I look at the Nicki Minaj situation like that. Like that's
All
so
right.
embarrassing.
She has an
That's just
SA brother
embarrassing.
too, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The brother. I think she was trying to get him pardoned or something
Oh
crazy.
Lord,
But
no, hell no.
nah, I don't know.
He go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else y'all want to add?
Nah, man. I mean, thanks
No,
for
that'd be great.
Let me see if I got some more
yeah,
questions.
appreciate you having me.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
appreciate you
anytime.
having us too.
We
Yeah,
gotta do
thank
this.
you.
We gotta do this more often, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Do this more often.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a laser on Saturday. I'm trying to do a little couple something things every couple days. I'm gonna have a laser on Saturdays. I have y'all on Monday, whatever y'all want to do. Tuesday, whatever we do.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
man. Whenever I can get on, man, just give me a ring or something like that. Just inbox me that way I get it direct. Cause I get on the group sometimes, but a lot of times I just drop my, new clips and stuff like that. So everybody in the group can kind of see what's going on. But yeah, you're welcome to hit me up direct, man. And I'll try to jump on, dog.
I do need to speak more. I do be in the cut. I admit I be in the cut. I'm not really a big Facebook. I'm working on it, but I do be in the cut. I be watching. Like I said, I told Joy, I be watching, but I just don't engage. Cause like I said, I'm tired of these niggas calling me. I jump in the group
Uh,
and they go call me again. Hey man, like, oh, God. Hey,
Oh
hey
man.
Eric, you've interviewed her.
Are you talking about, who lays you? You talking about, what's her name? Who do the magic shit, the spiritual stuff?
Oh yeah. Lady, what's it called? What is that called? The card. She does.
Rafe,
Yeah, she
Tarot,
do the cards.
Yeah, tarot
Tarot.
reading. The tarot reading. Yeah,
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 Yeah, I
yeah.
like her, man. She is
Okay.
super cool,
Yeah,
man.
let's see
yeah.
what we can do. I'm gonna see if I can get some content out of her. I'm gonna try out.
Oh man,
Just
she
like
got
I
a lot
did
to
George. I'm
share.
gonna bring her to my world. We're gonna come to my world. I know what you do, but we gonna mix it up with some bullshit I do.
That's
Like
what's up, man. With
I'm not about to sit here with George and do politics all day. Like I said, I would just be learning and listening. Like
Right.
he knows way more than I do. What am I?
Georgia ass don't never stop, man. So I mean, you be listening to that shit forever,
That's
man.
cool.
So
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But also I talk. I mean, I done worked in the wrestling business. I'm in the anime. I can talk about anything. Anything you bring up, I can go off on it. So it ain't got to be just politics.
I need y'all to go watch these lanterns. I need you to
I'm
go
gonna
watch,
watch it. I'm gonna check
need
it
you to
out.
watch these lanterns and X-Men 97, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
got.
a movie guy. I'm a movie guy. Not too much TV. I like movies.
Yeah.
and yeah, when you seen the back rooms,
What's that?
you ain't watch back rooms.
Nah, what's that?
Mm-mm.
What
Oh
is it?
man, check it out, man. It's about this guy. I mean, I'm trying to. It's the only way I can explain it is to explain it like this. It's a guy. He owns a furniture store. He's divorced. He's going through a lot of mental issues with his wife and stuff like that, leaving him. He sees a therapist, and in this store, all of a sudden he starts having these problems with the lights in the store. The electrician comes over. He looks in the light box, and like everything is all rewired and messed up in there. But later on at night, the lights start flickering. He goes downstairs and he messes around and puts his hand through the wall. He's like, "Oh man, like you can put your hand through a wall."
So he goes inside, and inside is this vast room that goes on forever and ever and ever, and it's called the back room. And it's crazy as hell, man.
I need to watch it.
Where's the streaming?
Yeah, where's the stream?
Look up back rooms, man. You're gonna be amazed by this. It's some freaky shit in that movie, man.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I think I heard about it. One of the things might have been on my list. Yeah, I checked it
That
out.
shit is wild. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So check that out. Man, I'm gonna let y'all
Cool.
fellas go though, man. Thanks. I appreciate you having me
Thank you,
on.
thank you, thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. You have a good evening.
Yeah,
I'm
you
about,
too. Bye.
I'm about to
All
get
right.
out here myself. I gotta get to this gaming. Give me a
Yeah,
little
I might.
gaming in
Yeah, I'm
before I
probably gonna do something
take my
too.
old
Get
ass
into
to
something.
bed. Take my old ass to bed. I gotta get up early. I will be
Yeah.
back tomorrow.
Man, I don't even know how
George,
to get
anything you
out of
want to say
here, man.
when we
I
out
ain't
here?
never even been in here.
What you say?
I don't even know how to get out of here, man.
It should be a red button.
It might be pink in the lower left, lower right hand corner with an arrow pointing to the right.
Oh, okay. Leave and open uploads.
Yeah.
All right. See, I'm old as hell, man. I'll take my old ass to bed. Y'all take
All
care,
right
man.
now.
Oh, that's it.
Peace.
All right.
All right, George, man. I appreciate you, man, once again. That's both of you guys the second time on the
All
show.
right now.
Thank you, man. Like I said, we'll I think we oh well, he left. I appreciate George coming on the show. Everything. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you guys are liking. Let me get this picture down. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing to the podcast, TikTok, the Facebook, the Instagram, all that good stuff. I've been off for a week. I am back. Oracle, I see you. I see you trolling in the comments. We just didn't have no time for it. You still my nigga, man. You still my nigga. I wasn't ignoring you. But we back. I'm back. Like I said, I've been dealing with podcast stuff. I've been exhausted. I'm on the Madden. Hit me up. I'm on the Madden. I'm about to go play it right now. Like we was talking about gaming and stuff. But like I said, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. I will be back tomorrow, probably with some BS. BS. Who's this in my comments? Probably be back with some BS tomorrow. Oh, y'all doing that? Y'all doing that MAGA stuff? Hey, he's gone now, y'all. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. Nice try though. See you guys. Well, I want to promise you guys tomorrow. See you guys soon. Bad guy.